Brian, as we've talked about the super leagues and all the wild expansion theories that have been thrown around and all this jazz, I that even aside, looking at this transfer portal season, are you seeing a niche where, oh, wow, this starter in the Big 12, this 2-year guy is leaving his school because he wants more money in the SEC, more money in the Big 10, or a better destination through the portal in conferences that are better, right? Is this league becoming a minor league for the Power 2?
I don't think the league as a whole is. Your problem is twofold, though. An elite player, like at receiver, the importance of it, especially if you've got a boundary guy that's 6'3", 205, there are not a lot of those. Boy, you better pay that dude. Even if he hadn't produced a ton yet, somebody's going to come to take it. Also on that, it depends again on the year. Like Ole Miss this year, ask A&M, because they bought basically their defensive tackle off their roster. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You're going to have a few of those. And a team like A&M, while they had a lot of guys, you can't lose Walter Nolan. So they were killing each other. And the SEC has even put in a rule. This is hilarious. In the spring portal, you can't have a guy from a SEC school transfer to another because they know they're killing each other.
Yep.
It's disgusting. But because of that, that means the next conference over is the Big 12. And they all recruit in Texas anyway. So it's going to be a little bit here or there. But for the most part, on what I've learned, it's just the top dog. So this comes down to NIL, which is not good for a lot of these schools, especially if they're not a contender.
Right.
But you've got a dude, a D tackle, DN corner, or like that big play receiver. And if you're a 6-6 team, the donors don't want to spend that year. Do you really think Baylor's going to keep that kid or Texas Tech or whatever? It's going to be hard. And I mean, like I saw the same things you did. I've been hitting refresh last 2 days. I got different feeds on TweetDeck. I'm not missing much. There are some pretty darn good players that are going to be leaving the Big 12 conference. They're going to cash in the SEC or Big 10. Either you pay or you don't. I don't think it'll be tons of numbers, but I think at the top guys, that's a problem. I don't know what you do to fix it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a money thing, obviously. It's not that, oh, man, what I've seen more of is money over competitive nature. We don't know that Texas A&M is going to win next year. They have not won, frankly, in a long time, but players know they can get a bag and at least have a possibility to compete. At Cincinnati, there's a pretty good idea you're not going to the college football playoff and you're not going to make as much as you would at Texas A&M. Therefore, as a recruit, which one do you do? It seems like it's a pretty solid made decision for even the 5 Cincinnati guys who are already in the portal in this round. But Brian, it brings me to an Ollie Gordon, right? To a Noah Fafita at Arizona. Some of these guys who likely did get those offers in the offseason. We've even seen, like Ollie Gordon reaffirms his commitment in a video with the school president because people were coming after him. Why are those guys staying?
They're a little different. Like Fafita in particular, he's good, man.
Yeah.
Like quarterback, I mean, they can all but write their own ticket. I guarantee you there are schools in the Big 12, SEC, et cetera, would have been like, okay, yeah, you're more than welcome. Come on down. And he didn't take it. I don't know the kid, but especially quarterback where you want to be on the big stage, I was surprised by that. And big clap for him because that's pretty cool. Gordon, I mean, the system he's in and everything fits him so well, and they got so many seniors, O-linemen and stuff. I understood that one a little more because the offense is going to roll this year. 6-year senior quarterback, bunch of guys up front that are returning. He's comfortable, and this is going to be his last year. He's going to get paid. That's it. I'm sure they probably told him, we'll take a few carries off of you during the regular season as well. Don't burn up the tread on the tires, get to the NFL Combine, et cetera. But yeah, Fafita in particular, that surprised me. Good for him, man. Because can you imagine what that kid got offered?
Oh, dude, I can't. For a quarterback of that caliber who had done that, and as young as he is, right? When you get a couple of years out of him, that's a payday. It's what Caleb Williams being able to weigh his options as young as he was because of what he showed. I'm sure that Fafita got similar offers. Stayed put in Arizona under a new head coach as well. So he'll tear it up in the Big 12 this season. You can only assume. And I wonder on the flip side of the coin, I look at the AAC or the Sun Belt or these conferences where I think was it Dilfer who said, I want to send my guys out. I want my 3rd year, 4th year guys to go transfer up and give them an opportunity to play in the SEC. is the Big 12 able to go and make a minor league out of the American Conference, or even take some of the, like, hey, let's reach up and pick this coconut off the SEC tree when so-and-so guy was a 4-star or a blue chip and didn't work out?
I think a school like Oklahoma State, again, I bet you they get one of those kids.
Yeah.
I really do. Again, they got like 20 starters back. It's not a hard sell. You can be the last piece, and I don't even know what Gundy's looking for. Maybe another playmaker or receiver. You could be the number 3 at LSU, but you could be the number 2 here, and we're going to throw some balls around with Ollie Gordon back there, play action. You're going to be wide open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody's going to get that each year. May not be Oak State. It could be a school in the Big Ten, like Wisconsin may have 18 starters back next year or something. You know what I mean? There's going to be a team like that that's going to hit some of those. And it's an appealing opportunity. The key, though, nobody wants to lose.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma State's not thought of as a power, but again, they got 20 starters back this year. I will be shocked, barring them having like quarterback getting hurt or something like that, that they don't make the playoff. So that's an easy sell. It's just important that the Big 12, like Oak State, they need to win a game. You know what I mean? If they get beat, or especially if they get smacked, that's no good. They need, like the Big 12 needs some positive momentum because everybody hammers them.
Yeah.
It is very important that Oklahoma State is that team that goes 11-1, 12-0, makes the playoff and does something. Because then the following year, you got some cachet and you can have a little more success, I would think, at least theoretically.
We have talked a lot on this show about Utah and Kansas State, even Kansas, what they have coming back. I'm glad we're giving the love to Oklahoma State today because they return a head coach who's been there for 18 years and gone above 500 all 18 years, right? As well as a complete system that's still in place, and they're massive contenders in conference. And I love the idea of them being a college football playoff team in the Big 12 if they can not lose to South Alabama like they did last year.
No comment on that.
Avoid that, please. Brian, here's something I do want you to comment on, and it's the Colorado dumpster fire and Deion Sanders. I know you got a lot of thoughts coming up on Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's show is brought to you by Monopoly Go. Monopoly Go is what I use when I'm on the go because I'm a competitive person and I do not like to lose. And frankly, I don't lose. I've never lost before in my life. What I do is I go to Monopoly Go and play against my friends on Monopoly boards in crazy locations, build up amazing cities that bring big money. But the best part is I mess with my friends. I can charge them rent. I can heist their vaults for riches for myself. And the leaderboards show me that I'm the biggest Monopoly tycoon. You can team up with friends as well if you're one of those people and win tournaments for huge rewards. So get in the game and join your friends or play against your friends. Download Monopoly Go now for free on the App Store or Google Play. Download Monopoly Go for free on the App Store or Google Play. Play with your friends, play against your friends, and try to beat me. You will not.